Yo, it's Beta, and in this video, I have a few mocks I made for Rogue Olympics this year. Rogue Olympics is a contest run by the German site roguebricks.de. Each week there's a theme and a 101 part limit. This year I entered all 8 rounds, so let's take a look at what I've built. The theme for the first round was Twilight, and when I was looking around for ideas, I saw this build on my shelf from a couple of years ago, and decided to keep its Twilight colors, but make it a little bit bigger, add another tree, and expand its part limit to 101 pieces. I'm pretty happy with how it looks. This is also one of my favorite tree designs because of its simplicity, while still being able to capture some nice details. I had some fun with this round, making some oopsie daisies. They're right at home with my other botanicals, while also looking pretty good outside where I took this picture. I wanted to make a bigger daisy with more petals, but decided that 2 smaller ones was a better use of my parts budget. I took the theme backwards and made the upside down from Stranger Things. I took heavy inspiration from the official LEGO set in the way that this mock can be stood up in both directions, and also in the plant and tree designs. Minifigures count as 4 parts in the Rogue Olympics: hair, head, torso, and legs, plus accessories, unless you're using the minifigure parts in separate ways, of course. The 2 sides are stuck together by some plates and snot bricks. The 4th round's theme was trash, and after going through a couple of ideas, including a Cybertruck and one man's trash is another man's treasure, I settled on Oscar the Grouch. I'm pretty happy with how this one looks, with the details in the trash and the big bushy eyebrows. I also added a couple of pieces of cardboard from a Lego box and a crumpled up piece of the Lego bag. Round 5's theme was Wish, so I built this birthday cake to blow out the candles and make a wish. The cake is very simple, with only the shell being built, but I also added some confetti and crumbs in the form of 1x1 pieces. I also added some smaller embellishments on the cake. This is probably my least favorite of the builds. For the theme Attack, in round 6, I made a mouse trap. This could go 2 ways. Either the mouse is attacking the kitchen, or the trap is attacking the mouse. The mouse trap uses some simple but effective techniques in order to convey the idea, including half bushings as a spring, these broken pneumatic T-pieces in the corners, and the disconnected flag as the trigger. The mouse is made to only be looked at from the front, with the back being pretty ugly. Round 7 sees one of my best performing mocks for the theme Temperature. I built the summertime tragedy of an ice cream popsicle being dropped in the ground. My favorite parts of this mock are the nice smooth shapes and how the pieces make it look like the bent edges of a popsicle once you've taken a bite, and of course the melting chocolate and ice cream. I took a few photos of this mock to get the perfect one, and even did some editing, which I don't normally do. This definitely goes down as one of my favorite creations. My final creation for Rogue Olympics is this classroom. I was a bit hesitant about this one because the German word class refers to hierarchy or classification rather than classroom or lesson, but the creativity allowed in this contest is very open, so I submitted this classroom mock using only 97 parts. I wanted to capture the key parts of a classroom, including a couple of student desks and chairs, a teacher desk, a whiteboard and projector, and I wanted to have a couple more student desks, but I settled on a bookshelf because of the parts limit and also my own parts availability. I wanted to capture the look of the classic plasticky school chairs, which I did by jamming bucket handles under a seat piece. The desks are made using wand pieces on some tiles. When making a good build on a smaller size like this, it's important to capture the details, which is why I added a bunch of pens and papers on the student desks, a computer, pencil pot, and apple on the teacher's desk, a trash bin, and a globe and potted plant on the bookshelf. I was really happy with how the projector turned out, and even added a couple of extra details on the wall, such as the clock, whiteboard marker, and artwork on the wall. All the parts fit together perfectly for this final photo. And that's a summary of my contributions for Rogue Bricks this year. If you want to see any of the photos and more details, I'll link the Flickr album below, as well as the website for Rogue Bricks. Let me know which is your favorite below. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.